What's up, guys? Welcome back to Among the Fins. I am your host, Aaron, and today we are going to be talking about the album A Beautiful Place to Drown by the band Silverstein. Silverstein started at about the year 2000. They are from Canada. This is their 10th studio album, and they are like a post-hardcore emo rock kind of band. Silverstein's been around for quite a long time, over 20 years. So they're kind of a mixed bag of tricks, and they've always been pretty decent at what they do, and they're able to kind of add in different genres here and there in their music. I guess that kind of helps them to keep from getting bored, I guess. But this album is truly confusing to me because it's like a pop, punk, emo, rock, electronica kind. I don't know. It's got so many different elements in it. I really don't know what they're trying to do. And I gotta admit that I'm not really like that diehard of a Silverstein fan. They've always just been kind of all right. Like, I understand they have a huge following, and I just never really been into their sound all that much. But I do appreciate the fact that they are pretty much legends in their own right. I saw them open, I think it was last year, for August Burns Red. They came out after Silent Planet and just before August Burns Red. And I wasn't really that familiar with the songs, but I gotta admit, man, they freaking killed it. They put on a hell of a show, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. But this album, I didn't enjoy at all. The only song that I really found myself enjoying on this album was the 10th song, September 14th. And the only reason why is because it had a little bit of a nostalgic feel to it, like reminding me of Silverstein's older stuff, and honestly not even older, but just some of their past work that they've done, which I did kind of enjoy a little bit, but only maybe the first like 20 seconds of the song. It's the only song on the album where I found myself actually appreciating the lyrics, like maybe only just a little bit. But the vocals were just, they started to get really bad there, especially in the bridge. It sounds like he's just singing into a tin can, and I don't really like the acoustic guitar work that they put in there. It just all felt like a big mixed mess that they just didn't really know what they were doing. They had all these ideas throughout, not just the song, but throughout the whole album. And they're all decent ideas. They just didn't really know how to put it all together. And even though they had all these ideas, they still managed to make just about every single song on the album sound exactly the same, except for one. So the opening song, Bad Habits, starts out with this kind of thumpy, drivey kind of bass rhythm going on, and the vocals are very echoey. And then once we get to the verse, that's when the drums and the guitar join in with basically just the most generic kind of sound you can pretty much imagine for like a pop punk kind of rock sound. And then once we get to the chorus, it's very repetitive, pretty boring. It tries to be catchy and it tries to have a good hook, but it just doesn't. It wants you to sing along, and you just don't want to. And literally take every single thing I just said about Bad Habits, and you just repeat it throughout the entire album. You just keep doing that same kind of thing. Like at least 5 songs on this album start out with the same kind of bass and the same kind of vocals, and if it doesn't, then it starts out with the same kind of vocals, but this time just kind of a scratchy guitar riff. There's almost zero creativity in songwriting in this album. The song Where Are You starts out pretty much the same. Bass, vocals, guitar, and drums come in the verse. And it's basically just like, it's like 20-year-old songwriting techniques that they're using from like 2005. It just pans out to be a lackluster rock song that has zero feel. This whole album is pretty much soulless. It's just void of any feeling. Even though it can be kind of labeled emo, it has almost no emotion in it. And it's kind of sad because this album even has some features on it that should be good too. And the second song on the album, Burn It Down, has Caleb Shomo from Beartooth, who's a phenomenal vocalist. And his part on the song is pointless. There's literally no reason for him to sing on it. He doesn't add anything to it, and I don't blame him because he probably didn't even write the part to his song, and if he did, it's just the song just probably didn't have enough to it for him to even really do anything with the part anyways. And the song Infinite, which starts out with the same just driving kind of bass and vocals, has Aaron Gillespie on it, who is the drummer slash clean vocalist for Under Oath. He didn't add anything to the song either. I mean, the song is just very boring and basic and just dry. Aaron Gillespie has an absolutely just amazing voice. He can sing so high and so clear and so uniquely, and he just doesn't on the song. Like I said, I don't blame it on him. I just feel like the song left very little room for him to really do anything with his part. Like it was completely pointless. Kind of like Under Oath's new album. That joke made me sad. And the one song that I mentioned that sounds different is the song All On Me, which the only reason why it sounds different is because it has this electronica synthy kind of feel to it, but then it also has like this hard rock kind of feel. I don't know. It's just all over the place. There's even a saxophone part in verse 4 after the chorus. What? Why? And the song Madness features Princess Nokia, whoever the hell that is. And this song is pretty much trash, just like most other songs. It's pretty harsh, but I mean, these are some pretty bad songs. But her part is just, first of all, the song is just a second-rate rock song. It's very, very mediocre. But then she starts rapping. This is the first Silverstein song ever to have rap in it. And I don't know why they decided to change that. But her voice is just, the vocals are just, they're atrocious and awkward. And they actually make the song worse. The song Say Yes takes some elements from like almost 90s rock. It just feels very adolescent, feels very immature, especially when the solo comes in. And it just repeats the melody from like the verses and I think the pre-chorus, and it just has this Nirvana sound to it like that hasn't been done before. The last song on the album, Take What You Give, features the vocalist from Simple Plan, and it's been a long time since I've listened to Simple Plan. I remember they had like 2 or 3 good songs. I don't know the vocalist's name. I think it's Pierre Bouvier. I don't know. I might be making a little bit too fancy. I butcher the hell out of names. But their vocals are so much the same. Again, why? Well, why? He's not adding anything to the song. Shane Told, the main vocalist for Silverstein, has a good, solid voice. He has a typical pop punk kind of nasally, whiny kind of voice sometimes. But it's good. It fits their sound. It fits their style of music. But he sings every single song the exact same way in this album. Sure, there might be some dirty vocals here and there, which do add a little bit more character, and they do make some of the songs a little bit more enjoyable. But for the most part, like 90% of this album is just the same exact style of clean singing. He doesn't change anything at all. And then you have Pierre come in and do the same exact damn thing with the same exact sounding voice. What's the... I don't understand. I don't get it. The thing that confuses me the most is that Silverstein is, for the most part, pretty consistent in just how good they are at making music. They are pretty good at songwriting. They're good at coming up with good, catchy songs. They're good at writing good breakdowns, having good sounding solos, but I don't know why they released this album. I don't know why this album exists. I don't know what pushed them to do it. I don't know what pushed them to put in all these other vocalists and have all these features that don't really add anything to any of the songs. I don't understand this album at all. I don't know what it's trying to do. I don't know what genre it's for. I don't know who it's trying to please. I just don't get it. So with all that said, I got to give A Beautiful Place to Drown by Silverstein a 1.5 out of 10. Now that I just pissed off probably every Silverstein fan, I want to know what you guys think. If you've listened to A Beautiful Place to Drown, go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what you think. If you haven't listened to it yet, go ahead and give it a listen and let me know what you would rate it. And if you enjoy this album, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, go ahead and give it a thumbs down, but let me know why. Let me know why you disagree with me and you enjoyed this album and why you think I should give it a higher rating. And if you have an album you want me to review, maybe your favorite band just came out with a new album, or maybe there's an older album you want me to review, go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what that is also, and I will make it happen for you. And if you want to see more of my reviews, don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon. That way you get notified when I do upload new stuff, especially if you do leave a comment letting me know what album you want me to review. I've gotten a lot of comments of people letting me know albums they want me to review, and I'm pretty sure they probably have never seen the video that I made. So don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. That way you don't miss out, and it helps support me, and I appreciate it a lot. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day and you're staying safe, and I will see you guys next time. I was